Water Smart Irrigation Professional, or WSIP, is an industry program to make water-efficient irrigation practices and irrigation system optimization the industry standard. This instructional video will teach irrigation professionals how to efficiently quantify the water use of the system and assess areas where water-efficient improvements can be made. Start by introducing the assessment service to clients and be sure to let them know of this great opportunity for water savings and this environmental stewardship. Once you have scheduled the assessment, let the client know that you will be testing each zone of the system and make sure you have access to the controller and water source. Once the assessment is complete, the WSIP professional will be able to create a new efficient watering schedule, identify system upgrades, and quantify the savings from upgrading the controller technology. The return on investment for all those improvements will be one of the final components to help the WSIP sell those upgrades to their client. Client buy-in is important, and this will often lead to additional business opportunities. This assessment will not be a traditional irrigation audit that most of you may be familiar with. There will be no catch cans required. These are the tools required for your WSIP assessment: measuring wheel, rotor and spray pressure gauge, WSIP data collection chart and clipboard, WSIP data manager loaded on your tablet, marking flags, camera phone, safety vest and boots. Remember to always dress professional. Wearing a professional uniform during your assessment helps with your credibility and is a reflection on the company you represent. Company image consists of your truck, professional conduct, uniform, tools, submission of proposal, and presentation. Let's begin the assessment. Step 1. Locate the controller and water source. Begin with recording the make and model, identifying the number of zones wired into the controller, check for rain sensors or soil sensors, check for master valve. Record existing irrigation schedule, days per week, which program they run, how long, number of weeks per season, and seasonal adjustment if any. Check for a mainline leak if the irrigation system has a separate meter. Step 2. Turn the system on. Turn on zone manually or set up an automatic test to go through the whole system. 10 to 15 minutes should be enough time to evaluate a zone until you have more practice. With some larger systems, it may be beneficial to have someone stationed at the controller to switch zones on and off as required. Step 3. Identify the landscape type. Determine the landscape type, microclimate, and soil type. In this case, turf is being targeted. The microclimate is full sun and the soil type is clay. Step 4. Record head types and pressure. Identify the model of the head, the nozzle, and the pattern. Take a pressure reading somewhere in the middle of the zone using an appropriate rotor gauge or spray gauge depending on the head type. Step 5. Take area measurements. Take measurements of the target areas only. Skip walkways, roads, and pathways or anything that does not require water. Break areas into simple shapes and be as precise as possible. Step 6. Efficiency rating. After you have assessed the zone record, any deficiencies, and make your efficiency rating based on what you have identified. In this case, we have rated it moderate because water efficient improvements could be made. Flag all problem areas. Take pictures of the issues. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This data can be entered directly into the WSIP data manager if you are working on a field tablet or recorded and inputted following your assessment of each zone. Step 7. Continue until all zones are complete. Collect all the data for every zone on the system. Step 8. Enter the data on the WSIP Data Manager. Once you have entered the data, it will calculate optimum run times for each zone, calculate overall system water use, calculate water and cost savings associated with optimizing run times, identify the potential savings and return on investment, ROI, associated with connecting to a central or smart controller or improving overall system efficiency with repairs or upgrades. And it will generate a report. Step 9. Executive Summary and Report. Create an executive summary and highlight important data from the report. The executive summary, report, photos, and formal quote will all be part of the proposal you will present to your client. Step 10. The proposal. Meet face-to-face with the client and highlight the most important areas where they should invest their money. The Water Smart Irrigation Professional program is an industry certification that will help irrigation professionals incorporate water management principles into their businesses. Opportunities will be found in customer water savings and preservation of the landscape asset, as well as increased business opportunities for WSIP contractors. Become a leader in the irrigation industry.